Mazda or Nissan?
I'm not going to own either of those two cars. Personally, if you said, Alex, choose, I'll pick a Mazda. Mazda's going to definitely be way more reliable. It's going to be way more cost effective. I don't know. Listen, I want to respect the fact that there's a lot of Nissan owners out there, and I'm not trying to disrespect that. I'm not trying to like be degrading towards Nissans all the time. They're good economical vehicles, right? And they have a good amount of reliability as well. Will it take an investment to keep them on the road eventually? Absolutely. If the more you stay on top of it, the better it is for you and your vehicle. However, though, I just think for rideability, I'm thinking about the interior of the car. I'm thinking about how the vehicle functions. I don't really like CVT transmissions either. I just personally, mechanically, into everything about the experience driving between a Nissan and driving a Mazda, there's a lot of similarities, but I'm going to pick a Mazda simply because you're not going to see a Mazda inside the shop as often. Now, if you're a Nissan owner and you're like, man, this guy must fucking hate Nissans, it's not totally true. It's just, I think it's our responsibility, especially on this platform, to be able to give you the most accurate information and the best education that I can. And I believe that Nissan, after 2012, 14, 15, we'll say 2014 and on, there's not made the same. And so if you own a Nissan from 0 to 120,000 miles and you're staying on your oil changes and you're doing the other maintenance and repairs that are needed, that's a win-win, right? Especially if you're doing your CVT transmissions. When you get to the point of, okay, now you need a transmission, every vehicle is notorious for one particular problem. Like Fords are notorious for timing chain phaser issues. Nissans, obviously, their CVT transmissions. Subarus are known for head gasket problems. So every car has got its own problem. It's just then we make it to the buying decision time of, is it worth putting this money into my car? And how long am I keeping it? And how in love am I with it? And I think Nissan kind of gets a bad rag from all of us, myself included. But the problem that we have, and that I have personally, is saying, trying to say Nissan's better than something else, because it's hard for me to make that statement. I mean, there's a couple of cars that I can think of, but when I get to that point here, right, is that what can guarantee you to get to 200, 300,000 miles? What's going to be your longest return on your investment? And Nissan struggles to get there a little bit. And that's kind of my hesitation behind Nissans, is I want to make sure that I can provide you value, give you proper education, give you a proper opinion. And that's kind of why you see us rag on it a little bit. So I'll take a Mazda.